What's good? It's your boy Logic back in here with another video. Let's get into it. All right, Fresh and Fit back at it again. Not necessarily their fault, depending on what you believe, because last night during one of their live streams, um, Niende, tried to break into their spot and threaten Myron and try to bang out or something, during live stream, during the show, right? And this comes about the day before they're supposed to come out with all the evidence and their side of the story of a lot of allegations, stuff like that. Try to clean their name up a little bit. I'm sure they're not going to come out of this squeaky clean or nothing like that, but people like to run with little bits of information and embellish. So of course, I'm waiting on that other side of the information, but I'm not gonna lie. Um, I joke on them every night. When all in good fun. Like, man, y'all fucking up. Like, whatever. But I'm a reasonable guy. I mean, it's the Logic lifestyle. I want to use logic. I want to not try to jump to as many conclusions as possible because you don't want to look like you got egg on your face, and it becomes hard to trust your word or what you say if you keep getting these shitty ass outcomes. So with that said, I watched the video, saw the whole thing, whatever, and then people are talking about it was set up. Like, I don't believe it was set up. I mean, could it have been set up? I mean, anything's possible in the realm of possibility, but I do, I was watching the show back when they fell out, right after the 100K subscriber party, not too long after the party or whatever the case may be. They was on the show and they talked about the photographer guy and Nyende, that they ain't cool no more. They didn't go into detail about what happened. They just said, hey, we don't really rock with them no more, blah, blah, blah. It is what it is, right? It didn't slander their name or nothing like that. It just said, hey, some shit happened behind the scenes. You probably gonna see them on the show no more. So right there, right, bad blood, whatever the case may be, that happened a long time ago, right? Months and months and months ago, right? So I'll even throw in a little detail that people probably won't bring up that I noticed, right? Fresh and Fit was at the CME, right? The Council of Masculine Excellence, right? Niende was there, and I think he had he's an artist, so he had painted some stuff, and he painted a portrait of Coach Greg Adams and Donovan Sharp and stuff like that, right? And one of the panelists, I forget exactly who it was, mentioned Niende, right? I think they might have mentioned him for his artwork or something, something along those lines. He was getting recognition for something. And everybody was clapping except for Fresh and Fit. Like, they didn't show any emotion when they mentioned his name, this, that, and the other. So that right there lets you know that the beef was real. I didn't see any interaction between the three of them or nothing like that. So could they have made up between then and there or whatever like that? Look, here's my thing. If they made up genuinely enough to where they was willing to collaborate on some type of hoax, like, they would have had to just patch that shit up. Because I'd have figured he'd probably been back on the show. They probably would have chopped it up, said we squashed the beef, whatever. But because I know the history, and I paid a little bit closer attention to the people who are just flocking into the situation and really don't know what's going on. The beef is real. I believe that he really did want to attack Myron. Here's the thing. If Nende would have walked in there, yeah, he had another nigga with him. But there was 3 niggas in there. So it'd have been 3-on-2. Fresh don't look like a fighter. It could have, it is what it is. But anything could have happened when you step into a man's home. You don't know what's in there, what he can use, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? You step him out in the hallway where it's small space, try to, drag him out there and do whatever the case may be. He probably wanted to beat him up and embarrass him on camera, right? But he didn't fall for it. They said some words. I think Myron called the cops, and then that was it. So, but like I said, a lot of people saying that it's fake and whatever, right? I'm just like, man, this has to hurry up and wrap the fuck up. I don't know if they've been rubbing people the wrong way in Miami too, like, because they're fucking a lot of girls and doing a lot of this, doing a lot of that. Are these girls seeing men? A lot of these girls be talking about, I'm in a situationship, quote unquote, and then you fucking with Myron and shit, and then you going on this podcast, and they're seeing you on the podcast, thinking that they're in a relationship with you, and then they're probably thinking Myron probably did something with you, and then you could possibly start a beef like that. Especially now, that's why, look, I get what red pill is. I understand, girls will be girls, and they'll manipulate, use you, do whatever case may be. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to get a real quality girl, she's probably going to have to look like shit. All right? But this is another reason why having like a good girl or somebody that's by your side, that's just having one. And I mean, it sucks because you ain't gonna be able to enjoy the fruits of your labors. You ain't gonna be able to like run through girls and stuff like that, because there's risks on both sides. You commit to one, she can take half your shit. You don't commit to none, then you can create a narrative where a bunch of these girls could get together and take you down. You're losing either way. Either these girls that you fucking with and not committing to, and like you said, Myron says he tells them up front. But here's the thing. Doesn't matter what the fuck you tell a chick. If she's in her feelings, it's like you never said it. So if they feel like they deserve something from you and you ain't giving it to them, they can tear you down. And then since you've been fucking with multiple chicks and they have multiple sources to kind of corroborate or whatever the story or whatever, they can take you down. So fucking with a lot of girls comes with risk, just like committing to one comes with a risk. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe the best middle ground is kind of like committing but not marrying a chick, and just kind of it is what it is. But like I said, it's almost like look, you're gonna have to tie your dick up. That's all I gotta say. You gotta tie your dick up, not fall for these little traps. You're making money now. You got a target on your back. You're gonna have to move on a whole different way. So like I said, I'm gonna wait for the information, try to come out with a final judgment. Like, my thing is, I don't really, everything that's came out so far, I'm not really judging them that harsh. All right, he fucked a bitch, got her pregnant. If that's true, if that's even his kid, he gonna still have to get the DNA test and all this stuff if she decides to keep it. Oh yeah, shout out to the lead attorney, man. That nigga ain't shit. And I don't mean that in like a derogatory way. I mean, like, the last stream he was doing when he brought on Miss Cheeks, I said, are you fucking kidding me, man? Like, he kept, one of his main talking points when he was talking to Miss Cheeks is, don't forget about the bag. You're gonna get $1 million. You can't tell me you wasn't thinking about the money. Blah 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 blah. Money. Now, she said in the beginning that wasn't really her main focus. They called cap, whatever. But at that point, you made it known to her. She obviously understands that child support will be involved. She already has a kid by somebody else. So she already knows about the child support system. She's 27 years old. She's not old. She's not young and dumb. She understands what's in her favor, what's at stake, what she can gain, what she can lose, all that stuff. It's obvious she's been through this before. But throughout the live stream, they kept trying to bring up the money. Like they were trying to coerce her into keeping the kid that's only 2 weeks in her stomach so that she can get this bag. It's like they kept trying to like incentivize her to take this money. And I thought that was some shady shit counsel if that was kind of like his purpose. Because here's the thing. With Myron doing what he did or whatever the case may be, a lot of people are rubbed the wrong way. A lot of people in the manosphere wants them excommunicado. Alright? And to solidify his fuck up will give them more ammo to push him out. Me personally, I think that the lead attorney is a little biased, which I would think he wouldn't be, because he's an attorney or this and that, whatever the case may be. You bring up the money one time or whatever the case may be, and then you can leave it alone. She knows that he has a podcast. She knows that he has nice things. She's been to his house. Like, what are you trying to state the obvious to kind of like, almost like you're trying to brainwash him taking the money because you don't like him and you want to see him get his comeuppance or whatever the case may be, and try to fuck his money up. When here's the real advice: take it or leave it. I mean, I'm a guy, so maybe I'm biased myself. If the guy doesn't want to be a father, don't keep the kid. If he doesn't want to be a father, don't keep the kid. Simple as that. Why bring a kid in this world that's not going to be wanted by both parents? You already have one kid, you're already a single mother, and you already know how hard it is raising a kid by yourself. Why would you repeat that? But the lead attorney is trying to tell her that you're going to get this bag, though. You're going to get this bag, though. Even though Myron, from what we know, wants her to get this abortion or whatever the case may be. So he's already checked out as trying to be the father. Could things change when the baby's born? Yeah. You can't bank on shit like that. You don't know what type of father he is. He ain't been a father before. So, the logical, because this over here we think about logic, you don't bring a kid in the world that's not wanted by two parents if you don't have to. Now, if you were like 3-4 months along, all this other shit like that, I understand maternal instincts, you feeling the kick, you're getting connected, y'all, whatever. I'm not going to say shit after that. But we're talking about 2 weeks in, the motherfucker ain't a fetus, don't got no heartbeat, no shit, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? This is look, no amount of money is gonna replace a father figure in the home. The lead attorney made it seem like this bag is going to take place of the father figure in the home. Here's the thing. Having a second kid is going to lower her overall value. All right? Let's say Miss Cheeks is a 10. All right? Let's say she's attractive, got her body right. She's a certified 10. All right? She has her OnlyFans. All right? To me, for her relationship value, she's gonna drop a couple notches. All right, depending on how bad she's a 10. So, depending on how explicit her OnlyFans will determine how far she drops. So, let's just say it's not super raunchy. She's probably dropping at least 2 points off rip. So she's already an 8 right there off rip. If she's doing anal and gangbang, she's gonna drop down another point. She probably drop down another 2 points. That'd be 4 whole points. But we're gonna keep it a little on the average scale. So we're gonna say she dropped down 2 points. She 8. She has a kid already. So that's gonna drop you down another 1 or 2 points. Depending on the guy, if he's an alpha, it's gonna drop to him, it's probably gonna drop down 2 points. If it's a beta, it's probably like 1 point. So we're talking about already 4 points. So she's already at a 6, 1 above average. And then the lead attorney talking about, hey, if you keep the kid, okay, which is obviously going to drop your value down to average, if not below average, because you 2 kids and who did OnlyFans. You can get this bag and have money. But remember, having this money, a girl with money is not attractive. Her end goal in life, especially with her having a kid, should be to find somebody to help her solidify a fucking family and move the fuck on. No amount of money is gonna replace that shit. So shout out to the lead attorney. I think he was doing some bullshit. Like I said, he kept bringing up that money shit, and I was kind of pissed. I was like, stop. I know you don't like Myron, but why are you trying to fuck his bag up? You're doing like a double negative. You're fucking his bag up while fucking her life up. Like, this is how it is. Either they both go down or they both come up. If she gets the bag, all right, he becomes a father he doesn't want, and then she's gonna be a single mama too. So she both lose. You might think, yeah, she got a bag, but that's not a win. That's not a win. So they both take an L, or they get rid of the kid. Myron doesn't become a single father. Or whatever, a father, and hopefully he takes that as a lesson learned. And then she doesn't have a kid by a guy who doesn't want the kid, and it keeps her value from dropping. So I see a side where both win, and I see a side where both lose. There is no one win, one lose. As much as y'all want to make it seem like that bag's gonna make her a winner, I know, like, it's not. So I thought that was disingenuous. I thought that was some bullshit counsel, or whatever the case may be, legal suggestions, or whatever the case. I'm like, God damn. I was like, that money ain't gonna fix her fucking life. She gonna be a mom of 2 babies. And you don't know if Myron's gonna stick around. So I'm like, fuck that. That was dumbass advice. So that's what that is on that situation. Like, whether that's even Myron's kid or whatever, we don't know. We're gonna have to find out. Maybe he'll admit to it, or whatever the case may be. He's still gonna probably want a paternity test, and I would too. She has a history of being on OnlyFans, which leads to thought behavior, which means we don't know what the fuck she does when Myron's not there. Period. So there's room to be suspicious on that. But yeah. So yeah, with this whole Fresh and Fit fiasco, with Nyende breaking in and the day before he's supposed to release his information, and everybody thinking it's set up, and here's the thing, right? Ab and Priest probably don't have nothing to do with this shit. But you can't say they probably don't have influence. When you have over 1 million subs, here's the thing that a lot of content creators, maybe they don't notice, or they kind of sweep under the rug. You have influence. You have power. And I'll bring this up. There's a channel called The Quartering. It does standard news, kind of like a Phil DeFranco, whatever. And he got into a little beef with another smaller channel. He didn't really know what was going on, but he met with YouTube, and he said, long story short, because my channel is so much bigger than theirs, that they said that the guidelines don't kind of work for him the same, because he has so much power and influence that, yeah, they're talking about you and you want to defend yourself, but because you have 1 million plus subs, it's like you just have to take it on the chin, because if you were to retaliate, if your 1 million followers could go down and cause a whole bunch of problems. It sucks. But he said that's the price you pay when you get big. You have to take shit on the chin. Same thing with Aber and Preach. They might not know this, but they should have took this shit on the chin. Especially since a lot of their videos is about them, talk about moral high grounds and integrity and shit like that. But they continued to beef, because after Fresh and Fit did their little 1 or 2 videos of whatever, it was pretty much done. Once they saw their mistake, they kind of shut up, but then everybody kept riding with it and going with it. And what happens is you created influence, and you started putting shit in people's heads. Ab and Priest did a video talking about he bought that gun because he was possibly scared. Even if he wasn't scared, look at the optics. Like, they were obviously feeding in to people's minds that, oh, Fresh is scared, blah, blah, blah. You have 1 million fucking followers. You all think they're all going to be logical thinking? Do you not think they're gonna go over there and talk shit? And one of them, all it takes is one little loony bin to stir the pot. Now you got Niende who's mentioning your name, who obviously knows of you and of the beef between y'all two, and he might have been influenced by you. But it's out of your hands because, you know, we're on YouTube and it's not like it's the real world or anything. And you know, but we do complain about sending people over to their Instagram, harassing them and doing all this other shit. But then we don't take responsibility for our words. It goes both ways. So that's my thing. Neither side is innocent, but y'all need, I know Ab and Preach looks like angels and shit, but you got to make them fucking accountable to some fucking degree. But that's my take on it, man. Tell me what y'all think. It's your boy Logic, and I'll holler at y'all later.